Welcome back to the channel. My name's Claire. So today we're talking about spring and summer free sewing patterns. Who doesn't love a free pattern? I know I've spent a wild amount of money on patterns in the past. Now I'm really gravitating towards the free pattern. There's some fantastic free patterns and I've got some corkers for you today. I know when I've done free patterns for you in the past it has gone down really well, so I hope you are going to enjoy the patterns I've got for you today. So I've got 8 patterns to share with you and they are perfect for spring and summer. And I'm also including a pattern for men, so let's get straight into it, shall we? The first pattern is the Vera top by Forget Me Not Patterns. Now I came across this pattern about a month or so ago and I was really quite taken with it. In many ways it is just a basic tee pattern and there's lots of those available for free. So there's 2 options with the sleeves. You can either have a bow sleeve, so it's fitted up on the bicep and down at the wrist it really flares out. Now that's not a design that you're going to want to do the washing up in, let's face it. But if you want to feel a bit more dressed up, even day to day, because it is a knit top so it will be super comfortable, but if you want to feel a little bit more dressed up, maybe you're going somewhere but you want to be comfortable, you know, once COVID is finished maybe you'll go out for the evening but you don't want to be all like feeling all tight and stuff in a woven top, then this is perfect because of the fabrics that you choose. You can go really dressy or really casual, but either way these sleeves are going to make a real statement. So I said there's 2 sleeve versions and the other version is similar, and basically all that ease that is in the full one comes together in a cuff to create a bishop sleeve, and that's what a bishop sleeve is if you're not aware. Now you could probably do the washing up a little bit more in that one because the gathers, the fullness is controlled. You're still going to want to wind your arms up, aren't you? By wind your arms up I mean pull your sleeves up. So this pattern comes with 2 neck options. You've either got quite a subtle V-neck or you've got a scoop neck. In terms of the bodice, it is fitted at the bust and then flares out at the waist and hips, which I really like. I don't mind a flared waist or hip. In fact, I quite enjoy that, but I really do like it fitted around here because then it gives me some shape. So the next pattern I want to share with you is the Lunar Tank by Helen's Closet. Now this is a pattern that I've been eyeing up for quite a few months now. I think she released it about 6 months ago. You do need to sign up for her newsletter in order to get it, but it looks to be a really comfy top, perfect coming into spring and the summer as well. It is technically more of a summer top, but I think if you wore it with a cover up you would be fine in the spring as well. It's a basic tank and it's obviously fitted here, but it's got a real swing style at the waist, so it comes out and flares out. Because it's a knit top you don't technically need to hem it, so she hasn't shown you how to hem it in the instructions. However, if you've hemmed any knit tops before you'll know how to hem this one and it would be no different if you wanted that look. And it comes in 2 lengths. There's a picture of her wearing it, Helen, and it looks quite cropped on her. I couldn't wear that, but I would wear the longer length. So it comes with a knit binding that you attach around the neckline and around here on the arm side, and you can either have that exposed or you can have it turned under. It's entirely up to you. Now I did make a tank top a little while ago. It was the Summer Tank by Love Notions, and I do have a video showing you how I made that and how I created the binding, which is exactly the same as it would be for this pattern. So if you do go ahead and make this pattern, then check that video out because that video will be really helpful to you. And also in my video about jersey fabrics that I did a few weeks ago, I explained the difference between a binding and a band, so do check that out as well. One of the things that is really drawing me to this pattern is that I've sewn a few Helen's Closet patterns before. If you have a look back in my catalogue you will see them and I've always had a really good fit, especially around the shoulders. A lot of companies make shoulders really big and they hang off, but I never found that with Helen's Closet garments. So I'm quite eager to make this, knowing that I wouldn't have too much work in order to get a good fit. The next pattern I want to share with you is called the Free Pajama pattern, and that is by the Assembly line. I hadn't heard of this company prior to the research for this video, but they look quite good, to be honest. So with this pattern, you get a two-piece set. So it comes with a short sleeve top and some shorts as well. But it would be so easy to hack that into trousers and a long sleeve top if that is what you prefer. But we're coming into spring and summer in the Northern Hemisphere now, and that is just going to be perfect for these warmer nights. This pattern comes with quite a wide neckline and elasticated waist for the pants. So this pattern comes from an extra small to a 3XL. You're going to want about 1.8 meters of fabric depending on the size you choose, and you can choose a light to medium weight fabric. So think about cotton lawn, chambray, a soft cotton, something with a lot of drape is what you want for these, and something that's breathable as well, because it's pajamas, you're going to be wearing them at night. You do want a natural fibre so that your skin can breathe. So the next pattern I want to share with you is a pattern which is a sundress from a company called Grasa. I presume that's how you pronounce it. They're actually Russian and the website is in Russian, but when I went on the website it allowed me to translate, so I Google Chrome just automatically translated it for me, so there's no problems there. So this is a classic sundress, so it's fitted at the bust and it flares out. There's a lot of swing style patterns in this collection today. I do wonder if that's going to be a trend coming into this summer. But as I say, it is fitted at the bust with a dramatic flare at the hem, and it's got straps, so it is sleeveless as well. There's a few sleeveless tops in this as well. I'm not one that normally goes for sleeveless, but if I do, then I'll put a cardi on over it. But I think maybe I need to be a little bit braver, don't you? One thing to note with this pattern, which I really quite like, is it's got a centre front seam and a centre back seam, and that is absolutely fantastic for fitting. So if you're someone who's like has small shoulders, they say I have small shoulders, I don't know if I agree, but apparently I do. And so clothes often fall off my shoulders. So if that was the case with this dress, I could just take some width out of the centre front and it would bring it all in, and I would look a lot better and it would fit me better as well. Can I just take a moment to ask that if you are enjoying this content, you do hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which of these patterns is your favourite. Have you made any of them? Let us know. Share your knowledge in the community. Also, if you could give me a like, that would be really helpful. So let's get on to the next pattern. So I said at the start of the video that I wanted to include a man's pattern, and whenever I do these free videos I will always strive to include a man's pattern, for a free man's pattern, and that can be quite challenging because there are not a great deal of free men's patterns out there. I did do a video dedicated to this a little while ago. Do check that out if you're looking for patterns for men. But the pattern I decided to share with you today is the Paco Pants by freesewing.org. Now, if you don't know, freesewing.org is a fantastic website. It's run by a man. He's got lots of patterns for men and a few for women, but mainly for men. And what is so great about this is that you can go over there and put in your exact measurements and it will, I was going to say spew, it doesn't spew out patterns, does it? It will give you a pattern that is perfect for your size, and so any alterations are going to be really minimal. So let's talk about these Paco pants. These Paco pants are a casual, almost like a jogger style. When I first looked at them I thought they would be knit fabric. they look very similar to the Hudson pants, but once I read the blurb on it, they're not actually for knit. You can make them in knit, but they're predominantly for wovens. He even says that you could make them in like a silk fabric. He advises that you avoid linen because where you've got an elasticated cuff, it's going to create a lot of creasing in the linen. So he does avoid against that. And I thought that was really interesting to know because I was going to do a similar pattern with some linen that I've got, so I am going to rethink that now. So I've just got 3 patterns left to share with you, and I absolutely love them, and I cannot wait for you to hear about them. So the next pattern I want to share with you is the Nora Dress by Layla Jane Patterns. You would be forgiven for not knowing who they are because they do kind of go under the radar somewhat. They're really not talked about a great deal in the sewing community, which is a shame because they've got a number of free patterns and they've got lots and lots of paid patterns as well. So this is a t-shirt dress, and the design of it is that it's got a yoke piece, so across here, and then the skirt kind of starts here, so above the bust, goes over the bust and flows out into a swing. Yes, all the patterns are swing patterns, aren't they? Well, you know, apart from the men's pants. I'm sure men could swing in the pants if they really wanted to, but I digress. This is a t-shirt swing dress with a yoke piece. Great for colour blocking if you like to use up different colour fabrics. And the yoke piece is so small that you could use scrap fabric for this, so it would be a great scrap buster. With the yoke, it has a grown on sleeve, like a little cap sleeve, which is quite interesting. And other than that, it's a real basic knit dress. You are going to be so comfortable. It reminds me a bit of the Laundry Day tee, which is also another free pattern that I have made a lot of before. But with the Laundry Day, you set in your sleeves, so this would be even less work than that one is. Other features it has is it has a scoop neck, which you guys know I absolutely love, and it has a curved hem. So the next pattern to share with you is one that has been doing the rounds for years and years. As long as I've been sewing, this pattern has been around, and it is tried and tested by a lot of people. Many of you will have made this, but I wanted to include it because I haven't included it in my previous free pattern videos, and also there may be some of you that are just starting who haven't come across it, and it might be perfect for you. So I'm not going to make you hang on any longer. The pattern is the Sorbetto blouse by Seamwork. I have made this. I made this a long time ago. I don't have any pictures of myself wearing this. It's a shame really, because I made it out of some lovely fabric. I did find it a little bit oversized, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's talk about the features of the pattern. So it's a blouse, which means it is a woven pattern. It comes in a few different options. It has sleeves or sleeveless. It used to just be a sleeveless one, and then they added sleeves at a later date. It has a box pleat down the front, which is really quite clever, because if it's falling off your shoulders, and Seamwork patterns do tend to fall off my shoulders, then you can easily bring it in by increasing that box pleat, which is absolutely fan-dabby dozy. So the neckline is finished with bias binding. If you've seen my bias binding video, then it'll be no problem for you. It has side bust darts for shaping. It also has a side slit, and it comes with either a high-low hem or a baby hem, so a little thin hem. So the choice is really yours. So the last pattern to share with you is my absolute favourite out of all of these, and I purposely left it to last, and I am going to be making that. That may well be my next make actually. So if you want to make it along with me, I will film the process. Do download it if you fancy doing that. This is the Barton Dress at Peppermint Magazine, and it's actually created by LB Textiles, I think they're called, who did the Sage Tee for the free men's tee that I showed in the men's video. I've never made any LB patterns, but I really love the style and the shape that their patterns create, so I'm really keen to make it. So let's get on to the features of this dress. So it is a sleeveless dress, so I would wear a little cardi with it. It's a cotton dress, a woven dress, fitted at the bust, and then it has a romantic boho style, so it's got lots of gathered, it's like a tiered gathered dress. I absolutely love the style of this. Some people will steer away from gathers if they're larger like I am. I personally don't see a reason to stay away. I'm not scared of a few gathers, and it is going to be such a comfortable dress to wear, and that is what I want. And I'll probably wear leggings with it. So it also comes with a scoop neck, quite a nice low scoop neck, which I really like. It'll be finished with bias binding. It has side bust darts as well. It also comes with pockets, so side seam pockets if that is your jam. So that is all the patterns I have for you today. Do let me know down below which ones you like. Do leave me a comment, do all that jazz. If you'd like to support me further, I do have a Ko-fi account. Until next time, happy sewing. Bye for now. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.